Hello humans, today I'm going to be reacting to Don Toliver's new album Lovesick. I am personally a fan of Don Toliver. I love his music, I love the melodic rap he does, and I love that he works with Travis Scott. Big Travis Scott fan, so to me that's cool. I have listened to every album of his, and I think all of them are pretty well done, so I'm hoping big things out of this. Not gonna waste any more time, let's just get straight into it. First track, No Pull. Alright, well that was the first song, technically off the Deluxe, not the actual album, but it's not a good way to open your album. His vocals on that one sounded weird, they were weirdly mixed, and then he had some vocals that like started light and then were pitched down as they went on and got super deep. It was a weird song. I didn't like that one. I'm not coming back to that. It was bad opening. Next we have Embarrassed with Travis Scott. Now, I did say I'm a Travis Scott fan, but I was very, very upset with his performance on Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains album. I think he was the lowest point of that album, which was very disappointing because Travis and Metro work very well together, so I hope he does better here. I was Embarrassed with Travis Scott, and that song had me embarrassed. I don't know how I feel about the one. I think Travis's part was alright for the most part. There was some parts where he sounded bored as hell, and the slurring his words, just saying nothing. I don't really do well with that, that kind of stuff in music. It just sounds weird and it sounds like you're making up shit, and Don did it too. It sounded weird. And then again with like the notes, like that baby voice, where did that come from? Come on now. And then Don had this one part where he was singing like really low, and it worked for a while, and then he was just changing up his notes here and there, and it sounded weird. It's not going well. Next up is Geronimo. Here we go. That was Geronimo, and in my opinion that was the best song so far. Had a nice flow to it. His voice sounded nice all throughout. There's no weird pitched vocals, no nothing. His singing was nice, and it did oddly sound like something he's done before. Last one from the deluxe version is Luckily I'm Having with Teezo Touchdown. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm going with it. That was Luckily I'm Having. You didn't see much from that one because I just had the same face all throughout. I did not like that song. It started off really well. I liked the dude's voice at the beginning. And then they started singing, and it was bad, dude. It was really bad. Alright, moving on to the actual album now. Start with Lovesickness. What is with Don and these fucking vocals, bro? I should have hated that part, but I didn't. Like, his voice sounded weird, but it was alright. Alright, that was Lovesickness, the intro to the actual album. And it was alright. It was a nice opener. It was definitely better than the one to the deluxe album. His voice did sound weird at certain parts, but it worked. So I wasn't like thrown off by it at all, and the talking part at the end wasn't it for me. But the rest of the track was alright, and it was short, so I didn't have to deal with it for very long. Next up we have Let Her Go with James Blake. Alright, that was Let Her Go with James Blake. It was a weird song. I like Don's part. I liked his rapping part after the hook the first time. The hook I didn't like. It was weird. And then James Blake, I'm just confused on what he did. Like, he didn't really do much. He was just kind of not, it wasn't like not singing, but it wasn't singing. It's been a weird experience so far. Next up, we have Leave the Club with Lil Durk and GloRilla, which I'm definitely excited for. Hopefully it's good.
Right now they see, gotta watch the stories. Sitting here for hours, I left the glow. Means for you miss out. Come on, drunks, tell them block him. Niggas gonna be niggas. Who the fucking man to stop them? Hey, put me for a show, it's for the cake.
I was Leave the Club with Lil Durk and GloRilla. That was definitely a step up from every other song in this album so far. That song is fire. That song went hard. GloRilla definitely had the best part. I don't care. That beat switch up was cool as hell, and the transition into it was cool. Lil Durk did his thing. His part was cool. Don Toliver sounded good on this track. He sounded like Travis for a bit too. That was weird. I mean, that song was good. That song was definitely good. Next up, we have For Me with Callie. I've never known how to say her last name, so I'm just gonna say Callie.
She said she better. I'm like whatever when she mad, the sex better.
Alright, that was For Me with Callie. That song was good. It was enchanting is the word I'd use. His voice on this was very nice, but her voice on this was very nice. Like she knows how to sing. Let's just put it that way. She knows how to sing. She did her thing on here, and Don obviously knew that because he gave himself one verse where she had two verses on his song. Like he did the hook in between, but she still took over right after that. Like that was cool. The song was good. Next we have Go Down with TisaKorean. Who broke the window? That was Go Down. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly sure what Tiza did on that, or Tiza? I don't know. I think they were the high-pitched voice. I've never heard of them before. I think they were the high-pitched one on here. They didn't really do much for the song. The song was cool. It had another beat switch. The song was cool. It wasn't as good as the one with GloRilla. I don't even remember the name of the song. I just know it's the one with GloRilla and Lil Durk. But it was a cool song. It was very mesmerizing. It's kind of, the beat is kind of stuck in my head. The flow of it. Backseat. I think that's the point of though. It's supposed to get stuck in your head. Next song is Time Heals All. That was Time Heals All. That was a very long song. It kind of dragged out, I'm not gonna lie. So there was a lot of parts where he just sounded like he was just making up like noises. They weren't even words anymore. It was just noises. It was alright. Next up is Leather Coats. I'd be lying if I said this album wasn't putting me to sleep. Alright, well that was Leather Coat. I think the first half was definitely better than the second half. Like I said, this album is tiring me out. And I'm not even, how many? I'm not even, well I guess I am 10 tracks in, but on the official album I'm not even 10 tracks in. And I'm starting to go sleepy boo. I'm starting to This album is long. That was another long song. I liked the first half for sure. The beat on it was cool and he slid over it, but that last half, it was just dream sleep. Next is Honeymoon.
We got them at the same time. I guess it's a honeymoon. I'm like, damn, honey, you fine. Stay on the West End. I guess you can call me sometime.
What is happening?
She wanna check my feet. I pull up the Maybach jumping. Shawty better check my hips. I don't know why. Hope got rats going out the roof. They busting through the ceiling. Crack my new bitch, she the truth. Show me going. Keep 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 going.
Keep going. That was Private Landing with Justin Bieber and Future. I don't know if I can even say that was with Justin Bieber. He didn't say or do anything. Future was solid on this. Don Toliver was good on this, but what was Justin Bieber? Stop. Keep going. Shut up. Do better. Don't keep going if that's the shit you're gonna give me. Next is Slow Motion with Wizkid. Alright, Chris Brown.
She just wanna go dancing. Baby, tell me what you're hoping. Give me a door wide open. See it in slow motion.
That was Slow Motion with Wizkid. I like that one a lot. That was definitely a good break from the garbage I've been getting, or mid songs I've been getting, I guess. Wizkid, I'm not usually a fan of his voice, but over this, it was pretty good. This is a song I'll be coming back to. I like that one. The hook is the best part of the song. It's so catchy. It's still playing in my head as I speak. It's really good. Next one is Do It Right. I understand why they did fake streams on this song. That song is good. That song is one of the better ones on here. I was late to hearing this song. Most people had already heard it when it came out as a single. I didn't. I was waiting for the album. And I'm glad I did. It was alright. It's a lot better than most. Whoa. It's a lot better than most songs on here. Next is If I Had with Charlie Wilson. Trying to hit those weekend notes. Oh my goodness. That was If I Had with Charlie Wilson, and that song is one of the better songs on this album. That song was so good. I'm sorry. Charlie's voice is so powerful. So, it feels like so large even. I don't know. It's so impactful, so empowering. It's just so nice. And Don did his thing on this. It was another longer song, but listening to Charlie made it worth it. Next is Company Part 3. That was Company Part 3. That was another song that just felt dragged out and long. There was nothing special about it. It was just a little unnecessarily long. And it was only 3 minutes. It was just, some of these songs feel like longer than they need to be. It's just annoying. Next one I'm very excited for is Bus Stop with Brent Faiyaz. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. Michael Jackson? That was Bus Stop with Brent Faiyaz. Brent didn't really say much. He kind of just repeated the same line. His voice sounded nice as always, but he didn't really have to have much to say, I guess. And Don Toliver, he did his thing, but that beat, that bounce back and forth beat is gonna be blowing up on TikTok. You mark my word on that, because that shit was so catchy. I was sitting over my chair bouncing back and forth. That was catchy. Next is Cinderella featuring Toro y Moi. Again, I definitely butchered your name. I apologize. Sounds like someone's drinking water. Stop. It's not even on beat. Slide on the beat real quick. It's getting on my damn nerves. That was Cinderella. That song was boring as hell. I don't care. The sound of drinking water threw me off. I did not appreciate him slurping down water right next to the microphone while recording. Or maybe he was pouring water. I don't know, but I didn't like it. And this song was just boring. It was another song that felt dragged out. It was almost 4 minutes long, and I'm about to fall asleep. I'm on my last song. Encouragement, final song. I'm taking a nap.
Who the hell encouraged them? I guess you heard him. He got too many cars, so he went and worried him.
Yeah, that's it. That song was a decent outro.
I'm having trouble. Please try in a little
Alexa, go away. I like the ending of that song, the way it finished off. It was just another song on a boring album. If I'm being completely honest, I'd probably rate that album a 3 to 4 out of 10 on first listen. Maybe not even, maybe a 3 to 3.5. I mean, that song was just extremely boring. And that might just be me. That might be a controversial take, but that was just a very boring album. And now I'm very tired. I've heard better out of Don Toliver, that's for damn sure. I think the best songs on this album were Leave the Club with Lil Durk and GloRilla, the first half of Leather Coat, Private Landing without Justin Bieber, Slow Motion, Do It Right, If I Had with Charlie Wilson. Those are the best songs off this. Everything else, including the ones on the deluxe, I think were pretty boring, and I would not come back to it, and that's why I'm only giving it a mid out of 2 thumbs up. Thanks, Dawn, for the listening party, and I will catch y'all next time. I'm gonna go take a nap.